Namaskar. Can you hear me from here? I will speak this level only. Okay. This is spiritual philosophy class, and those who, yes, okay, group up, translation group up, yeah, thank you. There is a distinction with the human beings. There are so many forms of life on this planet, and academia, universities, education system is teaching us that humans are also a kind of animal. Anybody who wants to get educated, their mind is shaped to believe that humans are yet another kind of animal. But the fact is that humans are not animals. If I call anybody animal, you feel offended. Why? Because we are not animals. But we are made to believe that we are animals. If you want to be in the mainstream of society, if you want to be the mainstream of the world today, you will have to believe that we are just another kind of animal. Now let us see. There is a cow. Call her a cow. She makes no difference if you call her a buffalo. She will not feel offended if you call her any other animal. But humans, they have a sense of self-respect. Animals don't have a sense of self-respect. Human mind thinks in terms of past, present, and future. Animals don't have a sense of past, present, or future. So much difference. And because of that, human beings live in society. They make a society and live in society. Now let us see. Can you open somebody's it? Yeah, just a minute. There was a time before industrial revolution took place in Europe. Before that, Renaissance was happening in Europe, and result was that there was free thinking. When the free thinking was allowed, many things happened. Many things happened. In France, in Italy, in Europe, in England, in other places. Many things happened. And as a result, slowly, science started developing and technology started developing. And that technology became industrial revolution at the end. That industrial revolution still we live. We are living in that industrial revolution. So the entire thought process was shaped by that industrial revolution. All education systems, all over the world, around the globe, everybody, all societies, all countries, they are trying to keep up with the industrial revolution. Nothing wrong with industrial revolution. It must have happened earlier also. But what I am going to show you here, that before Renaissance, human beings were not organized. In this part of the world, human beings lived in a very organized manner in Asia, but in this part of the world, human world was not well organized. So, human beings were mostly a physical being struggling for existence, survival. And the main work of life was survival, 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 survival. But because of the Industrial Revolution, humans went into manual work with industries, and they became manual humans for quite a while. But because of the Industrial Revolution, machines came. When the machines came, there was surplus of manual labor, because hours and hours of work was happening in minutes. Day long of work was happening in few hours. So there was surplus manual labor. That was everywhere. Manual labor, surplus, surplus, surplus. So came a generation that had surplus of manual labor. Remember, the main work of nature is to cause evolution. So the surplus labor in every human individual started changing into intellect. And gradually, human beings became intellectual beings. So from prehistory to manual labor to intellectual humans. And these intellectual humans became intellectual because there was manual machine. Today, we are creating a new kind of machine, brain machine. Brain machine. So today's generation has advantage of both surplus manual labor and surplus intellect. Surplus manual energy and surplus mental energy. So the next generation here, it has a surplus of both energies. Manual energy is surplus and mental energy is also surplus. Now nature is working how to use this surplus in every individual. Nobody can escape nature. Everybody has to be in the flow of the nature. So what will happen next? Physical humans became intellectual humans. Manual humans became intellectual humans. What will be the next? What humans are now going to emerge, to appear as a result of this? It may not happen tomorrow. Full blown will not happen tomorrow, but starting is now. So humanity is bound to change. Any guess what kind of human beings will come out of this here today and day after tomorrow? Any guess? Anybody can say anything? Think more. They are going to become contemplative humans. Contemplative meditation. Spiritual humans. Spiritual humans are on the rise. Wherever you see, people are more into feelings, sentiments, liking, I don't like. People have time for speaking that I don't like it, I don't go for it. There was no scope here to say that, but today there is a scope to say that. That is the spiritual human on the rise all over the world.
So you are saying that we are on the rise because of this artificial intelligence and that we're using telephones and computers?
I'm not saying, I'm trying to study.
But it can happen that we will become slaves of this machine. If you can observe.
You become slave only when you don't have information.
Yeah,
But you have information.
yes.
So nobody can make you slave anymore.
I
Moreover, it is a natural process, natural phenomena. You see, and it is happening horizontally everywhere. People are contemplating, people are closing their eyes, meditating. Today, the world has gone so much ahead of the time when Baba came on this earth. That time and today. Here in Germany, I came from Frankfurt airport and I was so thirsty in the flight. I slept all the way from India and I was so thirsty when I woke up. When I wanted a glass of water, they said, no, the flight is now closing. Please get ready to get out. So we cannot. All of airport, I searched for water. There was no water to drink. People simply showed me the bathroom. Only water was available in bathroom. Today, everywhere you have drinking water available. Changing. Habits are changing. Smoking was the call of the day. Status symbol is smoking, cigar. No more. Crime. Spiritual transformation. Everywhere happening. Vegetarianism. I was eating carrot. In train in 1981. And the young people sitting in front of me, they were speaking in German. Rabbits. They were so surprised. Orange color and orange food. And the two boys were, and my LFT sitting with, Dadaji, they are calling you rabbit. I said, don't mind. Today everybody wants to eat carrots. Those days carrots were the food for the rabbits. Today that has become the modern fashion of food fashion. Vegetarianism. Eating vegetarian was just something like being a cow, being a goat. You are eating the food of the goat. Today, vegetarian is the new fashion, food fashion. In the USA, whole section of the supermarket is vegetarian. Select. It's a new food mode, new fashion. What's happening? Food is changing, clothing is changing, time spending is changing. There are colleges and universities and primary schools in the USA. They are teaching yoga to every student, every teacher, every non-teaching staff. Everybody must be doing yoga, and they are doing experiment. Today, the world is celebrating Yoga Day. The world has changed, already moving forward in the direction of being human, different from non-humans. Interesting thing to understand is all the system that we have today, they were made for these humans, intellectual humans. And the generation is here. Humanity has outgrown the system. You cannot put a young man of 20 years in the dress of the young boy of 12 years. Humanity has outgrown, the system is not developed yet for them. So the systems are failing the expectation of the human beings. And you need a new system. And for having the new system, you need the whole ideology. Otherwise, you cannot create the new system. You need everything from personal life to social life to futuristic to reanalysis of history. Everything you have to redo again to justify the new system. That new system only Anand Murthy gave. Problem is this. It's good that many people are copying today, but if you go back, in the 1950s, only Baba gave that system. Personal life should be like this, habits should be like this, and society should be like this, education should be like this, economy should be like this, culture should be like this. That is our Ananda Marga. To prepare for the newer generation of humanity, But many times, when you come ahead of time, there are few people to appreciate you. There is one sister in Sweden, way back in 1983-84. I was there. She told me, Dada, do you know one thing? I said, yes, I don't know what you want to say. Baba will never be recognized in his lifetime. I said, why do you say that? He said that Baba's time frame is there. People are here. Baba's time frame was there. Now we are living that time frame. We are already entering the time frame for which Baba started the work in 1955. And he was born in 1921 to do this work. Now, let us see. Anything to talk about this? Any question comes to your mind? Then we move into next chapter of this class. Any question or anything? Please, you say something. You?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a bit of a problem that all these
Tell me, express
technology
yourself.
nowadays, like artificial intelligence, these telephones, it's not helping us spiritually.
This is evolutionary process. Clash and cohesion and clash and cohesion. Then emerges. Butter is in the yogurt, in the milk. You have to churn it. Then the ball separates. Once the ball separates, it's not going to go back into the milk. That's what we are going through now. 2 steps forward, 1 step backward, again forward, again backward, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and the next generation, and the next generation, and the next generation.
So can I have a question?
Yes.
How can you say, looking to whole world, how big number of people are following path which you describe? Because when you observe, let's say, ordinary society, then we are trapped, especially young people trapped in this modern technology. And there is a lot of crisis in the school, in the families.
Our own children will break that trap.
Yeah, I know, but
Come
you're
on.
speaking about the group which is already developed. So I'm asking, how do you think generally how big?
Our children, yes, our children. Mother is thinking that we are trapped. Father also thinks we are trapped. And there is a kind of suffocation because of internet and so many things. The next generation of the same parents will come with a solution. That's the work of nature. That is the work of nature. You will not know how, I will not know how, nobody will know how, but nature is doing its job. We are sleeping at night, but the nature is not sleeping. Whatever we are experiencing in our sentiment, in our mind, is not only in this brain. It is going everywhere, and the nature is already working on it. See? My coming or your coming. Why I was born like this? Why you were born like this at this time, in this country, this part of the planet, is not known to us, but it is known to some other entity. It's not a dogma. It's not a dogma. It's a very practical thing these days. The world understands today spirituality, the connection of the past and future and present. They all understand already. There are a lot of research already going on in the cognitive science. You see? So, the work of nature is to cause evolution, and evolution resolves the issues of the past. The work of evolution is to solve the problem of the past into the new generation, bring the ability to the new generation. So, if we want to remain trapped in the problem, we can remain trapped in the problem. But if we want to get out of this problem ourselves individually, sadhana, meditation. You can jump out of the problem also. I jumped out of the problem when I was seeing the problem is coming. Graduation, post-graduation course study. When I saw that Baba is put in jail, Baba is poisoned, oh, problem is coming. Bigger one problem is coming. I quit right there. I'm not going to work for this system. No, I will not work for this system. Rather, I will work for creating a new system. Why I have to work for this system? If I am born, I will not die 1 minute before, 1 second before, or 1 second later. I will die only when the death comes, not before or not after. My survival is rooted in nature. Nature has given me the birth. Nature knows how I will survive. So I quit. I said, no, I'm going to live for everyone. I became a sannyasi. Yes, and I'm moving on. I left home 1969. How many of you were born that time? Please tell me. 1969 I left, quit. Now I'm going to, everybody is my family. I like it. Let me live by my own free will. Okay, I love to think that everybody is my family member. I love to feel that my family is so big. Oh, good. Wherever I go, my mind feels at home. Because I changed my attitude. I changed my attitude. Simply I switched my attitude. And from next morning, it was everything different. Yes. So, one thing that we have to understand is that life is not only yours. There was a boy came to Dharmachakra in one Marga, who is my initiate in the USA. And there was Dharmachakra day, and I was breaking my journey by bus, so I stayed in that night. So I went, he brought me home, and there was Dharmachakra. There was one new person, his friend. He wanted his friend to become a Margi, so he brought him for Dharmachakra, and Dada is coming, so they wanted to have some experience. After the Supreme Command, meditation Supreme Command, this everything was done, then he introduced me. His name was Alex. So he introduced me, Dadaji, he's my friend, he's Alex. So I said, hi, hello Alex. So have you learnt meditation? No. All right. So how did you like our meditation and all that we were doing? All right. So you want to say anything? Yes, I don't like your command. I said, I don't give any command. No, you were just reading. Oh, okay, what don't you like? Oh, you people hate animals. I don't hate animals. I say, does it say like that? The Supreme Command says the tortures of animal life for millions of years. You remember that, Supreme Command? Disobedience to this command is nothing but to throw yourself in the torture for animal life. Oh, animal life is not a torture, it's the most beautiful thing. Next life I want to be a dog. Oh, I said, oh, next life you want to be a dog, then become dog. Go ahead and become dog. Now, why next life? Huh? I said, who will give you the next life? Go and become dog now. Do you believe in God? No, there is no God. I said, are you sure there is no God? Well, I work, I get money, I pay my bills, I buy my food, I buy my medical, and where is God? If I don't work, I die. So where is God? I said, okay, then become dog now. Why are you going to wait for next life to become a dog? Just to go and become dog now. Huh? I said, okay, don't worry. Tell me one thing. Your health is okay? He said, yes, my health is okay. Okay, I have one question for you. What time you go to sleep? I said, I sleep 10 o'clock. I said, what time you wake up? I wake up 6 o'clock. So you sleep 8 hours. Do you see dreams? No, I don't see any dreams. Very nice, very fine. Your health is okay? Yes, my health is okay. Before shocking him, I have to check all these things. This is America, okay? Insurance company will sue me. You gave him psychological problem, stress, and I have to pay the money for this. You pay the money because you did this. So he was okay. Then I said, suppose you sleep in the night, fine tonight. Tomorrow morning when you wake up and you find that you are no more breathing, what will you do? So what? Oh, simple. Suppose you wake up in the morning and you find that your breath is not running. What will happen? He simply did like this and he ran away. So his friend also, the boy, Margi boy, he also went behind him, consoled him, Dad, don't worry, these are ascetics, they talk out of the world, sympathized with him, sent him home. Next morning I traveled back further, I went to California. 6 weeks later I was coming back again, same route, and I had to again break my journey there. So he went to bring me from the bus station, Columbus. And then he says, I asked him, hey, how is Alex doing? Oh, Dadaji, he is not sleeping anymore. Are you sure? Yeah, Dada, he is not sleeping. He is taking pill in the night to keep awake. I said, why? He is afraid that his breath will stop. Oh, no, that's very bad. Please call him. No, he will not come. He will not see you anymore, Dada. Sorry, he will not come. I said, why? No, that's very bad. So do one thing, I am coming anyway. You drop me and then just go. Don't tell that I am here. Just bring him anyway. Just bring him. For tea or anything, just bring him. You will do a big service to him if you bring him. It's not good that all his life he has to sleep on pills. He has to take pills so that he cannot sleep. People take pills to sleep. Now he's taking pills not to sleep. That's too bad. So what happens, he brings him, like 1 hour he took to bring him. When he saw me again, I said, don't worry, how are you, Alex? Oh, I am okay. Are you okay? No, you frightened me that day. I said, what I frightened you? You told me that your breath will stop. No, don't worry. It's your breath. Don't stop it. What? Yeah, Baba, it's your breath, your life, and you are breathing. Simply don't let it stop. What do you mean? I said, oh, come on. There is no God in this universe. So everything is yours. Your intellect, your work, your money, your house, everything is managed by you. So simply don't stop your breathing. Finish. What is to be afraid of? You mean God is giving me the breath? I don't mean anything. I'm simply telling you, simply manage your breath in such a way that your breath should never stop. Oh, you are saying that God is giving me the breath. I say, I'm not saying anything. I'm only telling you, nobody should allow their breath to be stopped. Finish. There is no God. Oh, yeah. I say, you see? Body comes from father and mother, but where from the breath is coming? Who is giving you the breath? Father has not given his breath to you. Mom has not given that breath to me. Who planted the breath in me? And when I am born, I did not breathe. I am not created. I should be buried. To live, I must breathe. But the breath is not mine. So it's not a matter of believe or not believe. There are certain things which are there which we have not pondered. But there is a hand of blessing in our life. We keep breathing day in and day out. Whole night we are sleeping like dead, but the breath is not stopping. I am not breathing that time. 8 hours that you sleep, we all sleep. You are not breathing for yourself. I am not breathing for myself. Who is breathing for me when I am dead, sleep? So there is a role of some entity other than myself that keeps me breathing. Nature, all right, fine, but there is something more than what I count on in our daily life. Once you start expanding your mind like that, then this nature is infinite. There is no limitation of this nature, it's infinity. So we are all connected to infinity, that's why we are surviving. Even if you want, you cannot stop your breathing. And once your breathing stops, you cannot start it again. It is with breath that the soul comes in the body, and it is with breath that the soul goes out of the body. The scriptures in India say the same thing. And in Germany, in German language, anybody from Germany here? Anybody German here? No? What is the Dadaji? What? Come on. You adopted Africa. You adopted it as your home, but you are not from. Okay, so what is the.
I heard in Germany, your inhale is the exhale of God, and your exhale is the inhale of God.
That's Indian scripture.
Oh.
That is Indian scriptures he's talking. And the German word for breathing is what?
Atem.
A-T.
E-M.
Atem. A-T-E-M is Atem, is a Sanskrit word. Atma. Yeah, Atam. And Baba said, Sanskrit and Latin very much connected, and the intellectual Latin speaking people came to Germany. Is written by Baba. So they brought their knowledge, language, and they are keeping that Atem, means Atman is breathing. And through breathing, soul goes in the body, and through breathing out, the soul leaves the body at the end. Yes, please.
What about if the baby is in the womb? He has a heartbeat. I think the baby is.
Very interesting question. When you are in your mother's body, when I am in my mother's body, when we are all in mother's body, any creature which is still in the mother's body, mother is breathing. So there is one soul and two physical bodies, one soul and two minds. Simple as that. Because breathing is connected with soul, there is no soul independent. When I am born, I must breathe on myself, my own, otherwise I am not created, I will be buried. Body and mind does not make a life, there has to be a soul behind the mind. Three together will make a life.
But the baby in the womb has a life. So it
Because
doesn't
mother
die.
has the soul for the baby. If mother dies, baby will die. No soul. Mother's soul supports the baby. So one soul, two lives. When the baby can breathe on its own, it's delivered, we are delivered. But after being delivered, if I don't start breathing myself, either myself or with the support of doctors, I have to breathe on my own, otherwise I am not created. The soul will not go to support my life. So we are obligated to moms because her soul is keeping me alive for 9 months. But that energy comes from nature. Nature uses moms as their instrument for creation of a species on this planet Earth. Now,
So that the body can, the mind can exist without a soul.
mind cannot exist without soul.
So, but the child has a life. He doesn't have a mind.
It has a mind already.
The embryo, let's say.
But you read Baba's book, Idea and Ideology, as soon as embryo and egg meet, a mind is already connecting there.
So there is a soul. The mind has.
Mind is there, soul is not there.
Oh.
Mother has the soul.
But 3 months before the birth, the soul enters.
That's what they say. But until the baby breathes on its own, is still waiting. The soul has not entered. Your soul is not independently linked with your body-mind combination. Yes.
When a soul coming in the body?
At your first breathing. You have to breathe on your own. First breath after your delivery, you have to breathe on your own, otherwise you are no more living. You will be buried. You are dead.
When the mind goes into the body.
At the time of conception, mind is already settling there. Okay? We have to move on. Yes.
Isn't it that we have a universal soul, that our souls are...
Universal soul maintains all of us collectively, but the personal journey remains a personal journey. So I have to continue. More questions later. Now, life, my or your life, is a combination of two things. One is your samskara, and the second one is the planning of cosmic mind. You should remember, we should all remember, that there are 3 kinds of mind in this entire cosmos. 3 kinds of mind. Unit mind, that we all have. Collective mind, like a family, a society, or a board of directors, or a presidency, a country, governance is a collective mind for a while. Collective mind. And the cosmic mind. There are 3 types of mind at work behind our life. Unit mind, you must belong to a collective mind. You must be, we all belong to some collective life. Family, adopted family or biological family, your workplace collective mind. You have to have a link with the collective mind. Otherwise, you will live in the forest. We all belong to a collective life. And then there is a cosmic mind. Now we have to come to understand the relationship between the collective mind, unit mind and the cosmic mind. As mind expands, it senses more and more things and communicates with more and more things. Right? When we are a small child, our world is limited to mom and dad, and then we grow, then world is limited, going to our elders and grandfathers, grandmother, then mind expands, then it's whole family, then mind expands, then we see our neighborhood and everybody, then we mind expands, then we see the school, and then mind expands, then we go to university, then we mind expands, then we work, then the whole society, and then we read newspapers, and then the whole world, whole universe. Mind expands and expands. But this mind nobody can see. You can see your brain, but you cannot see your mind. What is this mind then? Mind is unseen, but it is governing everything. This is deciding everything. Even your memory, nobody knows, nobody can say where the memory is in the neurons, but it is there. And do you know a very interesting thing? Recently I was discussing at one place. Today everybody knows and understands and accepts that there is a body and there is a mind and there is a soul. So life is made of 3 things. If you put equal to all, then this has 33.33%, and this also 33.33, and this is also 33.33. So body, mind, and soul, Body is physical, but mind is abstract. Brain is a part of body, you can see it is there. So body is physical, mind is abstract, and soul is also abstract, cannot be seen. So these two remains abstract, that is 66.7% is abstract and 33.3% is physical. So life is 2/3 abstract and only 1/3 physical. But our lifestyle, only physical. We are not caring for our mind and we are not caring for our soul. The morning people wake up, open your eyes and start interacting with the whole world until you in the evening become tired, exhausted, and I am saying that nobody goes to sleep, everybody simply collapses, cannot do anything more. Then again we wake up, again open our eyes, again interacting with second person and third person, until again we collapse. When did you care for the first person? What time did you give for first person? Not you, now you know. Now you are giving your time to your first person. I am shutting off my senses consciously to give all that mind to myself. Good. First person. In Italy, there was a seminar long time ago, 1981. After seminar, we were out in some big nice, park, going meditation and for having picnic. And one young boy comes, speaks in my ears something in Italian. But I have to do my pranayama. I took some time. When I finished, one boy with his girlfriend sitting there. I said, come. So he was a little bit hesitant. 1981, these are magicians from India, you see, can do anything, magic. 1981, you see. So the boy comes. Did you say something in my ears? Yes, you were sleeping, so I was telling you to sleep like that. Why are you sleeping like this? I said, I was not sleeping. No, your eyes are closed, you are sleeping. 1981, everybody thinks if your eyes are closed means you are sleeping. Not today. Today people know that you are contemplating. Are you in trouble? Do you have any problem? You are worried? Can I help you? Once you are closing your eyes, doing something, people don't want to disturb you because you may be thinking something, solving a problem. Evolution. Mind is sensing. Today in the airports, wherever you go, all over the world, Washington DC or New York City or Los Angeles or anywhere in the world, India, in the airport you have room for meditation created. Dedicated room is there for prayer and meditation. The world is changing already, moving on. So if nature wants to cause evolution, it's going to happen. The problem to understand, the thing to understand is that the cosmic mind and the unit mind have a connection. You see, whatever you wish, nature starts organizing to provide you. But problem is that you are changing your own mind and you change your wish again. By the time nature has done half of the work, you have already changed your dream again and again and again. So you are not getting it. If you are holding on to your dream, only one dream, this thing is going to happen because nature will help you. supportive. Because your mind, my mind is a part of the whole mind. Because that is infinity, and we are all part of the infinity. And there is a science. How many of you have heard of quantum physics? Quantum physics? Good. So everything is interconnected according to quantum physics. You separate any atom in two parts and keep it far apart from each other, 15-20 kilometers away. Something will happen here, will also happen there. It's already proven by science. And in 1912, in CERN, you know CERN, how many of you know about CERN? CERN, okay? God particle has been discovered. There is a God in the matter. Anand Murthy said already in 1986 that the microvita inside the matter. God particle, Baba already said in 1986 that there are millions of microvita inside the heart of the atom. Good, that the sun has already proven it mathematically that yes, there is God particle there. Now the work is complete. So you see the connection? The time has come, the physical humans have already gone that far to quantify God as particle. You see, to count the particles of God inside the matter. Interesting, no? So it is happening because the cosmic mind is, and the unit mind is able to, is slowly catching up with the cosmic mind. And Baba says that can happen through two ways. One is that you do intellectual exercise so much that you will start catching up, or you contemplate and focus everything so much that you will also start sensing the same thing. And this is what the scientists have done. They have calculated, and they found out that there is something mysterious inside the heart of the atom, and we should call it God particle. So there is a connectivity. Now let us see this connectivity. As I said, mind is invisible and soul is also invisible. But the fact is that whatever we are doing in invisible area of our life, but we are acting out visibly out here. You lift a finger, you are doing it in the invisible area of your mind. That comes to the brain, to the neurons, then it goes here, then it is doing here. But it starts from there. So when you are in coma and you cannot again control that imagination power, then you cannot move your fingers. You are living, you are not dying, you are not dead, but you cannot do anything because you are in vegetative state. Correct? So there is a link between invisibility and the visible world in our own life, in each one's of life. So also there is a link between that invisible great consciousness, the storehouse of great universal consciousness, and your and my consciousness. Your and my consciousness is only a portion of that great whole consciousness. But Baba brings one more thing here. He says whatever is existing, it has a vibration. It vibrates. Oscillation is there. Oscillation is happening. Vibration is going on. But this vibration, Baba has given a new theory. He says the major wave and minor waves. Minor waves. minor waves are the waves of the unit mind, but this is on the major wave. So Baba says that when the minor waves change, then in that locality there will be variety of expressions. In the time space of this locality there will be variety of expression, varieties and varieties and varieties. But if the major wave changes, then everything will have to rechange themselves, adjust themselves. So the major wave is the wave, the universal rhythm on this planet, and the unit waves is the unit wave of a small bacteria, a small virus, a small amoeba, up to us, all of us. This is all minor waves. We create our own minor wave. How you look like, how I will look like, or how I am now looking like, is all the choosing of our mind and sentiment. Why you have made that kind of hairstyle, why I am keeping this kind of hairstyle, is my choosing in that invisible world. That nobody can justify, that you must prove it by measurement, otherwise we don't accept it. Nobody can say that you don't accept it. You see, it's my choice. I want it that way. So our entire existence is actually what? Transplantation from invisible area into the visible area. Limitlessly we are doing that. Every day, every night, every moment we are bringing from invisible idea into the brain, into our activities and behavior, and withdrawing it also. So this physical body and the physical life as we appear, it is rooted in that invisible area known as mind. And you cannot say that you don't have mind. Do you have mind? Show me. You don't have mind, you are mindless. Oh, you offended me, Dadaji. What for you offended me? There was a time, if you cannot show it, it does not exist. Not anymore. Sentiments cannot see, thoughts cannot be seen. And today's human beings are more thoughtful and contemplative human beings. Everybody today understands that there is something, you see. So invisible area has its own wavelengths. EEG, right? Brain waves are being measured. There's already a measurement of how it influences the electromagnetic, area that is captured and shown on the screen. But behind that vibration you cannot see. It's only a representation of that vibration that you see. But that area nobody can go in. Likewise, there is a vibration for the cosmic mind. You cannot see the vibration physically of unit mind. You also cannot see the vibration of the infinite mind. It's impossible. But the mind is mind. Both will have the same nature. This is a small area and this is infinite big area. So the cosmic mind also exists in the same way as your and my personal mind exists. You see? There was a time that people were thinking that grasses, flowers, plants have no mind. But that was long back. A century behind that was thinking. Not anymore. You go and cut a tree and people will find you, you will go in jail. You killed the tree. And today in America, the young people have made one research paper. And they say that the forest tree or any tree by nature living, it lives for almost average 200 years. And when they live for 200 years, the amount of oxygen that it is giving to us in the air. If you buy that much of oxygen in the market, are you following me what I am saying? Okay. So if you cut the tree, you have to pay that much of money plus the fine, double. That they are making a law now. They are going to work on a law about it. Are you getting what I am saying? Getting what I am saying, sister? You? No? Oxygen that we breathe, it comes from the trees, right? And if we cut the trees, now no more oxygen will come. So the tree lives for 200 years naturally, and if you cut it, and it has lived for 50 years now, so 150 years of oxygen you have stopped. You see? So how much is the price for that much of oxygen which this tree was giving for 150 years is going to give? That will be the fine you must pay with penalty. There was a time that people were thinking that all these things are for my comfort and I can do anything, I can cut anything, I can enjoy my life. No, not anymore. Now the world understands the interconnectivity of all life, how life supports each other, ecology and evolution. We are evolving. We are touching everyone's life. Human mind is touching other sentiment and feeling about them, and interconnected link is also being felt. So if you maintain happy nature around you, you will be happier. Because all the mind is happy, so also you will be happy. If somebody comes to you with a smiling face, you will only smile. Right? If comes with an angry face on you, you will be also feeling what is happening here. If somebody comes crying with you, you will start sympathizing. You will also start feeling to cry with him, her, to make pain, light and happy, easy. Sympathy is one character for the human mind. Sympathy. You see, one animal does not know the pain of other animal. But the difference between humans and the non-humans, that we empathize and we sympathize. We feel others' pain and pleasure in our own mind in the same way as they must be feeling. That is what human is all about. If you cannot think that way, if you cannot feel that way, means we are lesser of a human. But that was 200 years ago, not today, in this part of the world. Of course, in India they had that kind of thing much earlier, in Mahabharata time already, 3,500 years they had that kind of a connection with social feeling. But the thing is that unit mind and the cosmic mind, nature, the mind of the nature, the mind which maintains the nature, there is interconnectivity. And human beings should learn, is very justifiable today, that we should learn how to sense their pain and pleasure and how to be a part, making everything rhythmic and happy and go by the cosmic rhythm. Learn and sense what is the nature's vibration, what is the nature wanting to do, and participate. When somebody says, nature is very beautiful, this is nature, I say, no, you are also part of that nature. You are not outside and nature here, and you will say, no, we are included inside the nature.
This is the
Quantum element, yes. So physics has come to catch up with those esoteric ideas and make it a real confirmation that yes, it is like that. There was no mathematics developed then, so it was not happening, it was far apart, but now it has happened. But then that was done by our own newer generation of children who became new scientists, and they carried the genetic quest, and they kept working on that, and slowly they are able to find that link. And today the world is interconnected. Today the nature and humanity is getting more and more interconnected. They respond with each other, and they make laws about each other. You see. So remember that our life is 67% vibrational and only 33% we are physical. Don't give 100% importance to this physical. Even when this physical will be worn out, 67% will continue in the next physical form, if you have the desire to again come back. If you want to feel and if you want to realize, let this be my last physical life, no more, I am done. If that becomes your core wish, nature will provide for that, and you will not be reborn again. Baba says, human life is a journey, moving on. And the journey is like a river's journey. The river's journey goes and from mountains to the, falls, and then to this, and the flowing. Now one step more and it becomes the ocean. Humans are standing right there. The journey is complete. Once you have become human, the journey is complete. If you want no more next life, then you are no more next life. If you want a next life, there will be a next life. Journey is complete. The journey is complete. Can you imagine? River is flowing, and university students, college students, they go for picnic, and they take one bucket of water from the river, and they do some nice cooking and this, that, and have picnic. That one bucket of water will never become the ocean. Agree? That one bucket of water which is taken away from the main flow of the natural flow of the river will never become the ocean. It will go in the earth, it will go in the human body, it will go in the trees, it will go in the grass, it will become in the moisture of the air. In the night it will become dewdrops, again it will become moisture of the air, again it will never become the ocean. Only because it left the mainstream, the natural process. Only because you left the natural flow and you went that direction, knowingly or unknowingly. That is the supreme command Baba is telling. You must take care of your first person every day, morning and evening. If you ignore your first person, you will have to go in and out until you become aware of your first person. This life or 10 lives later, you have to start thinking, okay, I've done enough. Nothing is making any sense to me. I feel more peaceful with myself. Until that sentiment sprouts in your mind, you will have to come again. I will have to come again and again. Because nature is blind. Law is set. Anybody breaks the law has to go through the course. I love America only for one reason. There are two laws which are very, very interesting in America. And I say everywhere, in all my seminars I talk about it. One is freedom of expression. Express yourself. Yeah, you're free to express yourself. And the second one is the rule of law. You will have to face what you do. President Trump, he has to go to court to defend himself. Whosoever. Rule of law. You must follow the law, otherwise you will have to come to court and justify. You can be going in the prison. So nice. Everybody becomes equal in the social ground. You are president, then okay, you are president. Now you are no more president, you are one of us. Just be together. Let's move together, let's do Sangha Sadhvam. Nothing special for you. Rule of law. Very good. Everybody. That's why a lot of people want to go to America, because they know, that there will be justice here. The law is blind there, Law is just blind. Whosoever comes, where you stand. Very natural. And Baba said that America is the greatest socialist country on this earth. America is the greatest socialist country in the world. Because their constitution is very social. Their system is capitalism. But their constitution is very social. Very, 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 very nicely churned out, nicely worked out constitution. In Ananda Marga philosophy, there is one chapter called Asti Bhati Anandam. How many of you have read that topic? Asti Bhati Anandam. The three principles of life. One is existence, second one is expression, and third one is happiness. These three things, all lives, they wish and they like to have freedom for these three things. That expression is already a part in American Constitution. There has to be freedom for expression. In many countries, they say, no, you cannot speak this. No, you cannot do this. In America, no. You do anything you like. If you jump out of the life, somebody complains you, they are also right. They are complaining, you go to court. But you do whatever you want to do. Take your own responsibility of your own karma. Whatever you do, do it. Somebody brings you to court and punishes you to be hanged. Okay, face that. He is also free, she is also free, you are also free, everyone is free. But the judge has to be the judge. Blind. Does not care where you come from. This is the law book, and this is where you are wrong, and so you will be punished. Simple. That's very interesting. So, spirituality means how much you are always feeling included with the cosmic mind. That is the journey of spirituality. And that is where Ananda Marga is. That Ananda Marga brings a lifestyle where we are physically fit by doing yoga, asana, 16 points, mentally strong by having the philosophical understanding of everything of life and the greater existence, and spiritually developed, interconnected by having sadhana. We have three areas in our life. There is a physical body, there is a mind, and there is a soul. And every day, at least 2 times or maximum 4 times, we have to connect ourselves with the cosmic soul and with the cosmic mind. And physically, we have to live in tune with the nature around us. Thank you all very much. If you have questions, I will close here. Thank you. Okay. Questions, please. Yeah.
I think Baba also states, this is maybe going further than is needed for this particular lecture, that the physical state, the 33.3%, is also vibrational.
It is.
Yes.
Because every atom is vibrating.
Yes.
The blood is vibrating. Your rhythm of your breathing is vibrating everything.
So
Whether you measure it or don't measure it, but there is a vibration. Physical vibration, mental vibration.
So still possible to make a separation.
Yes, because this is visible and this is invisible.
Okay.
This is matter and this is abstract. This is abstract area and this is matter area, which belongs to matter means something which you can measure, which you can weigh. It has a mass, it has a weight, it has a measurement. This is called matter. This is what our body is, but the mind has no measurement. So that's abstract. Soul is abstract. Yes.
I'm very interested to find out on which occasion Baba said that about socialism in America. At the moment in Crowd Universal Forum, it's a big discussion. What Baba meant by progressive socialism, by proud being progressive socialism, and whether that's the right translation or progressive social order.
Okay. So you are not asking about progressive socialism, is already published in the books, right? Okay. Where Baba said about America being the greatest socialist country on planet, he made a remarks while field work, and many things of the field work are not published. He also made remarks in the Dadas and Didis reporting, and those things are not published, cannot be published. But we cannot say that whatever Baba said and what is not printed is not valid. I mean, Baba lived with millions of people, speaking, always giving out, and everything is not written. But we cannot forget all that. You see? So I was there myself when Baba said this in Patna, in the hospital before going to jail. When Baba was already in jail, but he was on health care arrangement in the hospital. He was talking of various things, and then he said that time he made the remarks.
But this is might be also dependent from the time and space where he was saying, because I will not say that America is the country as you described, that there is so good law and so on. There is so much.
No, their constitution is very nice. No, it's true.
But who is following constitution?
That's another thing. No. Please, do justice here, okay? Time, place, person, that three variables, you see. Time, place, person will always vary everything. But the written document is a written document.
Yeah, I know. But we have also in Poland perfect constitution. The question is who is following.
But everybody wants to go to America.
No, not everybody. I don't want.
Very good. At least very nice to hear that.
I know many other people who don't
Yeah, so, but Baba made this passing remark. What I think, as I was telling in the context, because of these two factors, that you have freedom of expression and the rule of law, that makes you very socially aware system. In many countries, they don't have that. That's not available. Even in the writing is not available. But we are watching in America that now, as you see the history now, President Trump has been running back and forth from the courts for past 3-4 years, 3 years already. Now is the 4th year. He is not free from the court. He has to justify himself. He was president of the country. That never happens anywhere. Never happens anywhere. Yes. Yes.
В самом начале Дада говорил про то, что важен человек рядом, а не эмоции важны. Но как вот в этих эмоциях перейти в эгоизм?
At the beginning of your discourse, you were telling that people, contemporary people, they becoming very mental and they feel their emotions, the different states of mind. It's become important, unlike 100 years ago. And the question is how feeling all these emotions and concentrating on these emotions, how not to become egoistic.
Yeah, how not to be egoistic, you need the proper philosophical understanding. Once you understand the correct, once you understand the correct position of your limitlessness, limited existence as compared to, then you will become humbled already.
Какое это сознание, насколько маленькое твое существование, насколько маленькое по сравнению с тем, что
ego is a product of limitations. When so much of energy is put in only this much, then it will be very much agitated state, tense state, and this is where that kind of situation, the context of the mind, when it becomes very limited, then she feels so much to boast about it. But once you are deflated, then you are really grounded, finished. So Baba says that self-realization, the first thing of the day, be with yourself, to set the correct perspective for yourself. And again, at the end of the day, again be with yourself. And make a review also, do self-realization, so that whole night, And if you do Ishta Mantra before sleeping, if you do meditation and sleep, whole night your Ishta Mantra will be going on. So even if you are sleeping, you will be meditating for 8 hours. Yeah, simple trick. Before going to sleep, you meditate 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just sleep.
So simple.
Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, you will feel that, my mantra is going on still. Good. So whole night, Simple. Yes.
You make fantastic for me, at least I like the statement, and not working for the system, that you decide to not working for the system and you decide to become monk. Can you give some nice, wise guidelines for other people who are
Interesting.
not monk and living from the space of 33%?
Look, I was giving a lecture in one university in the USA, and one young boy, he asked a very nice question, And then I had to say something about rebirth. Then one lady said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Yes." "What did you say?" I said, "Rebirth." "You mean recycling? Recycling?" Then I said, "Oh yes, okay, recycling. Yes, I know. If I make a mess around myself, when I come back, I will complain that there is so much mess, but actually I'm the one who living behind the mess. So it's better I should not make the mess." See, people are rationalizing to understand the same thing in a different ways. Where you come from, you will rationalize in your own way. Somebody will take in their own way. A sadhaka will take in their own way. But she knows, she is telling. She is not saying rebirth, she is saying recycling of my soul. God will send my soul back to correct all the nonsense that I have left behind. And when I will be there and growing up, and then I will complain, why it is like this, but actually I have left behind these things. And I am not able to connect that I am the one who left behind. You see, so the sense is already coming in the mind of the people. That life is just a journey, continuing one break here, then again one break here, then again one break here. You see, and there could be 10 physical life to complete one human journey. You see, but at the end, you will feel that it's already enough. I'm not interested in any of these things, but still I have to live 60, 70 more years. What I am going to do? Okay, let me work for everyone's happiness. Let me become a monk. Let me go to, work for humanity. Yes, Baba has given the space for that also. Okay, if you want to do that, okay, be the best one. Okay, be physically fit, mentally strong, be a missionary here, like that. So you all know. Okay, too much of talking from my side. Please sing some kirtan for me. And remember, there are many copies of you on many other planets.